Hello, good evening, dear friends, dear viewers. In today's video, we will continue checking the results and the games of Tata Steel B Group, Challengers Group. Let's go. Yes, we are having results. Let's check them. So, Nogerbek won with the white pieces against Vaishali. Nogerbek had half point. And starting two rounds, he was playing black pieces, and Vaishali had 1.5 points. And with 7, c takes d. Just remembered the game between Magnus Carlsen and Gary Kasparov. Queen a5. It was knight d2. If you take d takes c, bishop f6, knight f6, knight c4, bishop b4. Rapid game 2004. Short castle, bishop e2, e5. Short castle, e takes d. Yes, if e takes d, d takes c comes. That's why knight b3. E takes d. Bishop takes c4. a5 with the ideas to go a4. Magnus plays a4. Queen c7, rook e1. h6, bishop h4. Bishop d6, h3. And here knight d5 would have been the best. But Kasparov goes knight b6, bishop f6, knight c4, knight e4. And here, why not bishop e6? I'm not really sure. We can check with the computer. Yes, knight bc5, bishop d5, queen d1. But the way Gary plays here, it is very strange. Yes, because if you go knight b6, knight d6, bishop b7 comes. Bishop h2, king h1. And knight b6 would have been the best because knight d6, king h2, knight e4, bishop e5, knight d6, queen c5, rook d8, d5. Yes, queen d7, knight d4. If now c takes d, queen d6, bishop d6, rook d6, rook e8, king h7, rook c1. That's why knight f5, d takes c, b takes c, knight takes c6, rook d1. And here, according to computers, bishop c7 was finishing the game. Magnus played this. And here knight d4, queen d4, queen g6, queen g4, and game slowly ended in a draw. If knight takes a5, bishop g2 was there. That's why Magnus played knight d4. Yes. C takes d, takes d3, h6, bishop h4, and g5, bishop g3, knight h5. Takes, bishop g7, knight b6, and short castle. h5, maybe too early. Yes, just bishop e6 or short castle. Yes, h5, e4, g4, knight h4, and now black is in huge trouble. Takes, this is already lost. Yes, this is completely lost. b4, very nice move. Knight e2, b takes c, queen c1, threatening queen h6, bishop b1, knight f4. Yes, even knight d5 was finishing the game. G takes h, actually not the best move, because this forces trade of the queens. But white is, of course, completely winning. Yes, maybe bishop f5 would have been much stronger, because now takes, knight f4, some hopes. But actually, a very nice chance for her. Rook a5 maybe would have been better. And now just rook d2 and king h2. Yes, rook d1. This is lost. This is lost. No, but Vaishali really played badly, and especially this part. And starting from h5 and then g4 and then takes. Yes, and then this. It is so obvious that white is much better. And this knight on h4 is a very nice piece. Always can jump to f5 and now b4. Later on, of course, Nogerbek didn't play the best moves. Otherwise, he could simply win earlier, easier. Yes, unfortunately for Vaishali, somehow today she didn't play well and got very, very unpleasant position. Yes, we are having another game, and this is very important game for the tournament standings and for the uh, contenders for the first place. Nguyen Tai Daiwan won with the white pieces against Nodirbek Yakubo. Yes, I know, dear friends, dear viewers, that Nodirbek uh, took and he went there to Veikanze with his coach uh, Arman Pashikian. Arman is also the head coach of Armenian men's team. And yes, actually, this information you can go to Felix Blochberger's YouTube channel and find that information. He says whom did he meet in Veikanze because he's there helping Hare Krishna. Short castle, I know that bishop d7 is another move. D takes c, queen e2. Yes, no doubts, Nguyen is well prepared as always. Queen c7, maybe not the best. a3, b4, bishop b2, rook c1. Yes, knight c6, I know the old move a3, bishop a5. I'm not aware of the takes c. Yes, just e5, for example. And this is already a very unpleasant position, or at least unpleasant position. Something like knight e4. And now knight d4, very nice move. d5, rook c1, rook c1, e5, or e5, e5, takes, rook e8, bishop b3, takes, yes, queen a7, queen f2, and now some problems are there. Yes, some problems are there, but yes, maybe after d takes c, bishop c5, queen e2, Nodirbek didn't react the best way and slowly got some problems. But here maybe some knight e5. But this is already unpleasant. And queen d3. Yes, this is very bad. This is very unpleasant. Lost. This is lost position. Knight h4. If rook d5, rook c8, g4. Yeah, somehow, once again, Nguyen came well prepared, or at least he had some idea. Nodirbek didn't react in a best way, but later on, anyway, he got his chances and equalized the game. But somehow, Some concrete position appeared, and he did not manage to find the best moves and slowly got unpleasant position, lost the game. Yes. Erwin Lamy won with the white pieces against Benjamin Bok. G5 takes this, E3, knight D7, bishop E2, takes, E4. I know that E5 move is very much possible. E5. This line, some years was very popular, but nowadays, very, very rarely you can see rook E1, rook D8, queen E2, bishop D3. Yes, for example, rook B8 was there before knight A4, C5, rook C1, bishop takes, rook C8, yes, rook C8, bishop B4 takes, rook C5, queen B4, rook D5. Queen G3, protecting this pawn on E5. Yes, here some rook C5 and still game goes on. Computer doesn't like this. Very unpleasant position for black. Yes, queen B6 would have been better. Yes, completely lost position and it takes F6. Once again, out of the opening, white didn't have anything significant. And I can even say that, for example, here, like rook B8, like it's fine. Even the way Bok played, yes, maybe rook C8 takes queen C7. Even this position is not that bad. Yes. And we are having another result, another big result, I would say. Chinese player Lu Mia Miaoyi has won with the white pieces against Swane Frederick, the highest rated or one of the highest players in this tournament. French takes, knight f3, bishop d3, and not even queen e2. Queen e2. I apologize. As Gukesh played against Ding Liren. Short castle, bishop g5, bishop g4. This I know that knight bd7 is also possible. Knight bd7 and c4. Yes, no doubts. White went for this line not to make a draw, because if you really want to make a draw, maybe you can just play c3 and be very solid. c4, knight takes c4, knight b6, knight e5 was possible, knight e3, bishop e6, bishop c2, now queen d3, knight bd7, knight f5, bishop f8. Engine doesn't like this knight e5, likes more g6, queen g3, bishop f5 takes g5, which is very hard to see. And this is already, you know, quite unpleasant. And this is very unpleasant. Bishop f5 takes, blunder. Bishop f6, rook e8, queen f6, knight f6, rook e5, bishop e5, bishop e4, bishop d8. Wow. c4. Okay, but g5, bishop g3, bishop g3, f takes g, or c5, c takes d, c takes d. Yes, maybe just c6. And what's the point? Why I'm not... yes, takes queen b3. So it was this. But this is already playable position. Anyway, very good prep by Lou and very good game. Yes. Aydin Suleymanli won against Divya. So we are having London 95, 92, c3, bishop d3, h4. Maybe this is the line and this is the game what Arjun had in Chess Olympiad against Stefansson. Am I wrong? Probably I am, but Alireza has played against Duda, Demchenko So, Niman Pranet. No, somehow. H6, knight d7, knight takes h6, g6, knight takes d7. Queen takes, bishop, not even bishop takes d6, queen f3, and always this pawn on a h6 makes black's king side very, very vulnerable. Maybe bishop e7, yes. This takes, and now white, of course, tries to open up the position. Rook d1, rook c1, yes, knight b1, not the best, but knight b5, computer doesn't likes more f5. And what about if I play knight c3, something a3, b takes g5. Yeah, this is very bad because of black's king side. Yes, rook before knight e7, queen d5, queen d6. Yes, rook c8, queen e6 is coming. Yes, I think the very starting mistake was allowing h6, after which position is quite unpleasant. Maybe it would have been better for black to keep these dark squared bishops. Yes, and this is already yes, takes c4, very unpleasant. White is really trying to open up C, D, E, B files. Like this, very simple play. This, even knight b1, attacking, then queen c2, c5 is also hanging, just taking the pawn. Yes, we are having two more games. Gural is completely winning. As we can see, game already ended. Against Peach Pairs, Dragon, and Long Castle, knight a4, knight c5, bishop c4, bishop b3. Wow, prep, prep, amazing prep. Yes, I played this line few times. Queen a5, queen c7 are the moves. These, you just go knight c5, you go bishop c4. Now opponent is threatening to jump with the knight, bishop b3. Yes, this, you play this, you take, you go g4, you go queen d2, attacking the knight, bishop c8. Players are having 1 hour 46 and 1 hour 48. Yes, some compensation. This, rook c8, rook d5, e5, even queen b6. queen e2, a5, rook d8, rook d8, a4, queen f6, rook d1, queen d1, and here bishop f3, knight d2, queen f4, queen e2, h5, g takes h, g takes h, knight e4, h4, b4, a takes b, a takes b was there, takes, h3, queen h2, a takes b. This is lost. This is lost. This is completely lost and no doubts. Yes, Gural already won the game. Yes, it was very interesting prep because players knew. Yes, at least Gural knew till this position, and Arthur pitch pairs. Yes, he knew this position, and till this point it was round equal. And we are having another game, and Oro Faustino won against Irina Bulmaga. Unfortunately for Irina, tournament doesn't go well. Yes, this line, bishop with the bishop on g6, king d2, bishop d3, knight h3, knight d2, knight f4. Yes, but why do you take? Computer likes knight f8. Doesn't like this. Yes, but this is very unpleasant. This e4, the best move, takes. King f3 would have been better. Yes, why rook c5 is not there? Because of knight d7. King e3 would have been better. Yes, nice game. Very. Yes, no questions. Nothing to say. Very good game by Oro Faustino. Nice opening prep. He also knew the ideas. He played king d2, bishop d3, h4, knight h3, knight d2, knight f4, and even at some point after knight c8, which was very important. Black wanted to get knight on d6, white went e4. This once again shows how deep and how well in the position. And the rest, of course, he made some small or some inaccuracies, but eventually it was anyway enough. And this tournament, once again, it is going to be very challenging, very tough for Irina. Always, like previous two rounds, she always uh, are getting, as always, she's getting some hopes, some ideas, some chances, something. But in the end, so far she is losing her games. I wish her all the best, and I very much root for her. I'm expecting her to start scoring points. I think we checked all the games, and now let's see the. Are we having? Yes, of course we are having. Yes, round just ended, and standings and everything is there because recently I was also following one Armenian tournament, and after all games uh, was finished, you should also wait another 30 minutes or 1 hour. So we are having three players, Lou, Nguyen, and Erwin Lamy, leading the tournament, 2.5 points out of three. And then two players, Aydin Suleimanli and Gurel, are having 2 points out of three, and five players are having 1.5 points out of three. No Gerbek Kazibek, no Dirbek Yakuboev, Bog Benjamin, Vaishali, and Svane. Oro Faustino is 1 point out of three. Divya and Pitch Bears are having half point out of three, and Irina Bulmaga didn't score any points yet, unfortunately for her. Okay. Thank you very much, dear friends. Please don't forget to leave your. Um, First of all, don't forget, please, to um subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to leave your comments. Or some of the ideas are very interesting. Uh, yes, for example, I would very much recommend this line against what Lou played against Svane, or the idea of Aydin Suleimanli. Yes, some interesting games. Thank you very much.